Ukraine war, many militaries don't have as many tanks as Russia has lost there, 1,400. Ukraine has destroyed hundreds of Russian tanks. In other cases, Russian troops have abandoned them on the front lines of the war. The underwhelming performance of the Russian military has been an almost constant topic almost since the start of the war in Ukraine. Grit has reported on the shocking toll the war has taken on Russian servicemen in this space and other places. We now observe a different toll, this time one involving machinery. Additionally, it is a stunning sum. Russia has lost 1,450 tanks since the war started, roughly 900 of which have been damaged or destroyed, according to the Dutch military research organization Oryx. The Russians left the rest behind, and many of them were eventually captured by the Ukrainians. Since the Ukrainian army started simultaneous counteroffensives in eastern and southern Ukraine 2 months ago, the Russian army has suffered in. To put the losses in perspective, there are many armies in the world and don't have 1,000 tanks in their entire arsenal. The Ukrainians have suffered large-scale equipment losses as well, some 320 tanks destroyed as of October 19. But what that means is that the Ukrainians may have actually gained tanks in this war, the captured Russian versions amounting to more than the number of their own losses. Civilians killed, at least 6,400, probably thousands more. On June 7, a Ukrainian official said at least 40,000 Ukrainian civilians had been killed or wounded since the war began. The official offered no breakdown of dead versus wounded civilians. The United Nations' latest estimate of civilians killed is over 6,400. 5,500 to 11,000 Ukrainian servicemen have been killed. In June, senior advisors to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky believed that 10,000 of their countrymen had perished in the conflict. General Valery Zaluzhny, the head of state of Ukraine, reported that the nation had lost roughly 9,000 soldiers on August 22. U.S. intelligence authorities estimated that between 5,500 and 11,000 Ukrainian soldiers had died since the invasion as of mid-April. On June 10, a Zelensky advisor said that Ukraine was losing up to 200 soldiers daily. August 24 update, sources, 1, 3. Depending on the source, estimates of Russian troop deaths have ranged substantially from the beginning of the conflict. On Wednesday, Ukraine increased its estimate of the number of Russian soldiers dead in the conflict to almost 77,000. These figures have received numerous updates through the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the nation's Facebook page. Russia asserted that 5,937 Russian military personnel had died in late September, the first update on casualties since March. There have been major casualties of troops, and it's a big tragedy for us, according to Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, who said this in April. Slain Russian soldiers. Over 14 million Ukrainians have been displaced overall. Currently, it is estimated that there are more than 7.8 million Ukrainian refugees living in various European nations. According to estimates from the UN, more than 14 million Ukrainians have crossed the border since the war began. But as Nikhil Kumar and Ksenia Lesnija documented, millions have also returned home, mostly from Poland. Beginning of October,